Welcome back to my Let's Play for Moemon, my mono bug run. It's time to take on Giovanni, and I think we'll let, Butterfree have one final chance to shine here. Because I think Butterfree has what it takes to pretty much destroy Giovanni by itself, assuming, luck's on our side. So, we'll have to see how things play out a bit. But I think overall, Butterfree's got this one in the bag. I mean, we only gotta worry about, an early waking up, while we got Sunny Day getting set up. So, assuming Rhyhorn doesn't wake up early on us, because that's his first Pokemon, I think we can tear his team apart, fairly quickly. The real trick is, can we get there without being, impeded too much? Oh good, stayed asleep this time. This is my practice run, woke up, much to my annoyance. Because I wanted to test out, how capable Butterfree was for this place. Well, we get a one-hit kill here. Yep. Well, that takes care of Marowak. And that was probably his scariest Pokemon by far. Though I suppose it can't use its best moves with me being a flying type. No bone clubs for you, Marowak. Of course, this Rhyhorn's gonna be just crying because it's gonna get straight with a Solar Beam. And being Rock Ground type means it's just gonna be dead. There's no way it's gonna shrug that off. The power of the sun's too much for a Rhyhorn. The Pillar of Fire, the prominence, is just way too much for it. Of course, he does have a few tricks left in up his sleeves. Okay, we'll go with another Solar Beam. And hopefully that'll be good enough. Yep, we got it. Okay. And that just leaves Nidorina and Nidoqueen, so this battle's pretty much over. I mean, we can just put these to sleep, and then hit them with Dream Eater, and feast upon their souls. I do have to wonder what they're dreaming about, though, when they're asleep. Is it about being in a better place? A place where I can't hit you with my Dream Eater? A place where Butterfrees don't dominate? Just let's face it, you don't usually think of Butterfree as a Pokemon that can go into a battle and sweep, This Butterfree just doesn't have the stats for that, unless the opposing team is just completely vulnerable to whatever its strategy is. Though I suspect we're going to have to use 2 hits to take care of Nidoqueen. Much to my annoyance. Because let's face it, Nidoqueen has slightly higher special defenses than its male counterpart. If this was a Nidoking, I could see us potentially one-shotting it. I mean, it does have 2 evolutions going for it, so it'd probably be tougher than most other Pokemon you'd have, but still. Those lower defenses would mean I'd have a shot at least. Well, let's see what we got. Now the question is, do I want to use Butterfree against the next guy, or do I want to just go straight into using Grim Reaper and just try and tear that next team apart? He's not using any of his items. He has a Hyper Potion, so he could have drawn things out another turn, I suppose. Though may just realize how pointless it'd be, since he wouldn't get a chance to wake up that turn, so he'd be just as screwed as he was before. Yeah, you lost your grip on your balls, alright. Moving on. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way. Yeah, the Karate King! He's from Ranma 1/2, I bet. Nah. You gotta be more than a black belt to be in Ranma 1/2. You gotta be like a 3rd degree black belt. Probably 20th degree black belt. In fact, I'm not even sure how high up you'd have to be in that show. It gets crazy, man. I'm probably going to have to use 2 Dream Eaters here. At least that's what I'm expecting. Machoke's probably got enough bulk that where, despite my super effective attack, I expect it's going to basically throw it off. At least by a tiny amount. Not a lot, but enough to get by. Question is, will it wake up? Apparently not, so we can just go in for the kill here with another Dream Eater. And that just leaves another Machoke and Machop. I'm guessing we're gonna see Machop on the chopping block next. He seems like the kind of guy that just throw that out there to die, you know? Yeah, I'll take my chances. Okay, Sleep Powder. Then we go for the killing move. Because there's no way this Machop's gonna survive Dream Eater. It doesn't have anywhere near enough special defense to even think about doing that, much less health. It's like, gosh darn, if only I had a light screen up, I might have survived. And that leaves the last Machoke. Well, I guess it's gonna choke, because it's not gonna turn this battle around in his favor. The question is, do I now want to go to the Pokemon Center or not? I mean, I could see why you might want to go there, because I've had to use up, you know, 6 of my powders, most of my Dream Eaters. But I think we still have enough moves in play. We can just move on for the sweet. Even if I have to have only like 7 Dream Eaters on hand, I don't think I'm going to need that many, because, let's face it, Giovanni's got Nidoqueen and Nidoking, and I suspect each of those are going to take 2. Okay, this one's not getting up either. So I don't have to worry about even losing any health in this fight. That fight was all Butterfrees right from the beginning. You even saw I probably want to put on levels if I want to take on Bruno with Butterfree, because let's face it, Hitmonchan and stuff like that are going to be a lot meaner than a freaking Machoke. Or at least Hitmonlee would be. Hitmonchan's a bit more up in the air, because it does have the elemental punches it can throw around to do some noticeable damage. Then again, we'll probably use Venomoth against Bruno. Soon I put the time and effort into leveling it up so it can make use of Psychic. Which I probably will. I mean, grinding this game is usually too hard if you're trying to get up to a decent level for the most part. Okay. Sleep Powder. Put this thing to sleep for a couple turns. Hopefully, you know, it sleeps to the next turn as well. So we can get Sunny Day up with no problems. Because I really don't want to eat a Rock Blast, because that would be it. If we get hit with Rock Blast, I just assume, you know, Butterfree's going down. Oh good, it slept through it. My heart was pounding a bit in the chest there, because I was like, yeah, this is the turn that will be make it or break it for Butterfree. Because if it loses any speed, which Rhyhorn can deliver a Scary Face to do, I wouldn't be fast enough to take down, you know, Nidoking and Nidoqueen without having to do a switch out first. And I'd like to not have to do that. I'd like Butterfree to be able to, you know, just run through this whole team, you know, like a boss. And if I had to switch, though, I could have done it. I wouldn't have liked doing it because I would have had to set up again, but it would have been on Pokemon, you know, that would have been important for. Of course, we're not going to be able to outspeed his Dugtrio. His Dugtrio is definitely going to hit us. The question is, well, how hard will it hit us? Because it's definitely going to be faster. Dugtrio was such a speed demon in the original games that Slash Attack was basically almost a guaranteed critical hit. It was basically the ground version of Persian, it just wasn't as useful. Yeah, going with a Slash. So I guess he was hoping for a critical hit for the win there. I suppose he could have wasted time doing a dig, maybe, assuming this Dugtrio knows that, because I know in Yellow it knew dig. So I could have wasted one of my Solar Beams, you know, by having it miss, but when it came up it wouldn't have done any damage, so... The AI usually won't pick moves that don't have any real effect in battle. It's gonna take at least 2 Dream Eaters, though, to take this thing out. And if it wakes up and hits us with a Body Slam, well, it's going to be all over for Butterfree. So we're not completely out of the woods yet. Honestly, Kangaskhan would have been more annoying. Oh yeah, he's got full heal. Duh. But it's not like it matters. After all, my Sleep Powder, thanks to Compound Eyes, is pretty much almost guaranteed hit. So I can usually get off a Sleep Powder, no problem. Now to feast on this thing's soul. Ooh, critical hit. Nidoqueen just got Nido screwed. Which is ironic considering Nidoqueen can't reproduce. Yeah, Nidorina can reproduce. Nidoran can reproduce, but Nidoqueen, nope. The queen don't give birth to little princesses and princes for whatever reason. I'll never really figure that one out. Well, it looks like the king of the Nidos is here. I just don't think he stands much of a chance, though. He'd like to thrash us, but I suspect this Dream Eater is basically going to cripple the Nidoking here. I mean, if it doesn't wake up, it's completely helpless. I mean, if it does wake up, I might just be able to knock it back to sleep anyway and finish it regardless. Yep, it's a perfect sweep for Butterfree. Fear the butterfly, for it is the king of this arena. Well, that was flawless. Thanks, I'll take the Earth Badge, and I'll take Earthquake. Sadly, I don't think I have anyone I can give it to, but I'll take it. Yep, my mastery as a trainer. Sadly, I don't have any real hopes of defeating my rival at the moment, probably. I mean, I guess we could always try doing a sweep with Scyther. But I'm not going to throw that at the end of this episode, because let's face it, this was already tense enough, and I'm not going to screw it up by fighting my rival and losing. Because I'd like to keep the hold of that cash, you know? So that does it for this episode. Next time, you know, we'll deal with our rival, make our way probably to the entrance to Victory Road, maybe. Depends on how long it takes to knock our rival out, and that battle can definitely take a while, because it's sheer variety on his team means I have to sometimes do a lot of swaps and risky maneuvers, which can be pretty dangerous. Until next time, then. See ya.